And Iowa second graders got an early Christmas present. Central DeWitt schools and every other school district in Iowa got a copy of Just Like Caitlin.
Did you catch what Caitlin Clark did to celebrate her birthday? Forget just blowing out candles. She ignited hope for thousands of kids by donating 22,000 books. That's right, 22,000. Talk about making a difference. But here's the twist. Not everyone is cheering. Believe it or not, some people are upset about it.
The picture book shares number 22's story, packed with life lessons about dreaming big, working hard, and valuing relationships over winning. The donation was made by Dixon and Luann Jensen, parents of the Caitlin Clark book's author.
You're probably wondering, how could anyone have a problem with giving kids books? Well, hold on tight, because we're diving into the surprising drama of sports philanthropy. Caitlin Clark's latest move is making waves, and the critics? Let's just say their reactions might shock you. Off the court, Clark just scored bigger than any three-pointer. Her foundation joined forces with Scholastic to make a massive impact, donating an incredible 22,000 books to schools that need them most. Yes, 22,000. It's the kind of assist that changes lives, but not everyone is cheering.
22,000 brand new children's books will be distributed to various programs that can reach children in need.
And it's thanks to the Caitlin Clark Foundation and its new partnership with Scholastic. Today, the foundation announced this significant book donation along with an ongoing collaboration with Scholastic's National Literacy Program.
You might be thinking, okay, that's nice, but what's the big deal? Well, here's where it gets really exciting. These books aren't just staying in Iowa. Caitlin Clark isn't stopping at her home state. She's spreading the love to Indiana, too. She's using her star power to boost literacy in underserved communities across 2 states. It's like she's making game-changing assists off the court. But wait, there's more. These books aren't just going to schools. They're being sent to programs that can reach the kids who need them most. We're talking elementary schools, middle schools, and even children's hospitals. It's like Clark is passing the ball of knowledge, ensuring every kid has a shot at a brighter future.
On Caitlin Clark's birthday, the Clark Foundation announces a partnership with Scholastic National Literacy Program to donate 22,000 books to under-resourced schools focusing on Iowa and Indiana. The Caitlin Clark Foundation expects to distribute the books to elementary and middle schools, children's hospital, and other non-profit organizations. Caitlin says, reading and education have always been hugely important to my life.
So why is this such a game changer? Let me break it down for you. This isn't just about handing out free books. It's about opening new doors for kids who might never have had the chance to discover the magic of reading. It's about giving them the tools to dream big, just like Caitlin Clark did. And here's the kicker. Scholastic isn't just tagging along for the ride. They're fully invested in this partnership. Their representatives are beaming with pride to work with the Caitlin Clark Foundation. Why? Because this isn't just about stacking books on shelves. It's about tackling the real issue, improving reading access in schools that need it most.
And in Scholastic, we're proud to collaborate with the Caitlin Clark Foundation to impact reading access in under-resourced schools.
But here's where things get even more exciting. This book donation isn't just a one-and-done deal. It's part of something much bigger. Caitlin Clark's initiative is teaming up with Scholastic's National Literacy Program, creating a powerful partnership. They're not just giving out books, they're shining a spotlight on a bigger issue, the gap in reading access. They want everyone to wake up to the reality that not all schools have equal resources when it comes to books and literacy opportunities. It's about sparking change and making sure every kid has the chance to learn, dream, and grow. Next VOC. So, what's the takeaway? Caitlin Clark isn't just a game changer on the court. She's using her fame, success, and even her 23rd birthday to make a real impact in kids' lives. She's not just talking about giving back. She's doing it in a big, meaningful way. Just when you thought Caitlin Clark couldn't get any more inspiring, she pulls off something so impactful that it's got everyone talking. But here's the twist. Not all the buzz is positive. Some people are throwing shade at her good deed. And the reason? You won't believe it. Are we expecting too much from our young athletes? Let's break this down. While most 23-year-olds might be out partying, Clark is out here changing lives. She's not just racking up points in the game, she's making big plays for kids who need it most. And yet, instead of universal applause, this birthday move has sparked some serious controversy next.
The goal is to create awareness and impact of early age reading access in under-resourced schools. Clark says reading and education have always been important in her life, and she wants to help kids develop reading skills and open their imaginations to dream big. Today, by the way, is also Caitlin Clark's 23rd birthday.
Ooh, just 23 years old.
Man, happy birthday, Cece.
Happy birthday!
Now, don't get me wrong, Caitlin Clark is earning plenty of praise. People are calling her a role model for young athletes everywhere. And honestly, who wouldn't love seeing a sports star use their fame to do some real good? But here's the unexpected twist. While Clark is out here changing lives on her birthday, some critics are saying it's not enough. That's right, not enough. Can you believe it? It's almost like they've forgotten. Clark is a basketball player, not a policymaker. Since when did we start expecting our athletes to single-handedly solve the entire education system?
This is a nice sentiment, but it's completely misdiagnosis of the reading problem. Man, that's the thing. Oh my God, the goalpost is always going to move. Her job is to, fix the literacy problems. Not just let me just donate books, let me just do this for my charity. Her job is now to make sure every kid can read. Her job is to fix the fundamental flaws with the United States education system.
But here's the real conversation. This whole situation is sparking a big debate about what we expect from athletes. Are we asking too much of them to fix society's problems? Caitlin Clark is out here doing something incredible. Yet instead of celebrating it, some people act like she should be running for office. Let's take a step back. Clark isn't just a wealthy athlete tossing money around for good PR. She's a 23-year-old using her platform to make a genuine impact. But here's the criticism. Some folks see her gesture as a temporary fix, like a band-aid on a much larger issue. They're saying she should be addressing systemic problems in education instead of just donating books.
That is the goalpost moving straight away. She has this thing to charity. Oh, but she can do that. She can do better. It's like, man, do you want her to fix world hunger next? Is that what her job is?
Now, you might be thinking, wait a second, any help is better than no help, right? And you'd be absolutely correct. But here's where it gets really intriguing. The backlash against Clark's efforts reveals something bigger about our expectations. We're not just asking athletes to excel at their sport anymore. Now, we want them to be superheroes, capable of solving society's toughest challenges with a single gesture. It's a lot to put on their shoulders, don't you think?
Yeah, she is a 23-year-old, or was when she made the decision. She was a 22-year-old basketball player. She cannot fix a fundamental flaw in the United States educational system.
But let's take a step back. How fair is it to expect a young athlete to have all the answers? Should we really be putting this kind of pressure on someone who's already doing more than most people her age? It's a conversation sparking big questions about what we expect from our sports stars. Think donating books is impressive? Wait until you hear what Caitlin Clark did on the basketball court this year. She didn't just break records, she obliterated them. We're talking about leaving legends like Kelsey Plum, Pete Maravich, and Lynette Woodard in the dust. Can you believe it? This 22-year-old phenom didn't just shine. She rewrote the entire NCAA record book in a single season.
So yeah, Caitlin Clark is just a good person, isn't she? It's funny with all the haters and everything towards her, credentialed WNBA journalists saying that she's she uses all the privileges of she acts like a white teenage boy and uses those privileges, and the school SH00TER person, obviously, give them their WNBA credentials and all, but they'll make it seem like she's the devil, but she really is just a good person.
Let's break it down. Remember Kelsey Plum's all-time scoring record in the NCAA women's basketball tournament? Caitlin Clark shattered it like it was nothing. And she didn't stop there. Pete Maravich, Pistol Pete, A legend in basketball history? Well, Clark just outscored him, breaking his record for the most points in a single season. It's like she's playing a completely different game out there, rewriting what's possible on the court.
Between her 22nd and 23rd birthday, Caitlin Clark broke the NCAA, broke Kelsey Plum's record, then broke Pete Maravich's record, then broke Lynette Woodward's record, which is obviously was in between those two, I think.
But here's where things get really interesting. It wasn't all smooth sailing for Caitlin Clark this season. Remember that intense matchup against South Carolina? That game was a battle. It was like a modern-day David versus Goliath. Clark went head-to-head with powerhouse players like Camila Cardoso and Ashlyn Watkins, who pushed her to the limit. The mismatches and relentless competition tested every ounce of her grit and competitive spirit.
For the record, she ties it with that one. This for college basketball history. She does it with a foul shot. Caitlin Clark becomes the all-time leading scorer in major college basketball history.
You might be thinking, all right, so she had a tough game. What's the big deal? Well, this is where Caitlin Clark's true character comes to light. Despite the challenges, despite the relentless defense, she kept fighting. She didn't back down, and she never gave up. Clark proved she's not just about personal glory. She's got that never-say-die spirit that separates the good from the truly great.
Beat injuries, beat Paige Beckers, and in fairness lost to a South Carolina team because she had Hannah Stuckey trying to guard Camila Cardoso and Ashlyn Watkins. But obviously that was going to be extremely difficult. And then obviously she did what she did in the WNBA last year.
And it's not just fans taking notice. Coaches and analysts are buzzing too. They're not only praising Clark's incredible skills on the court, they're highlighting her leadership, the way she elevates her teammates, and her influence off the court as well. It's like Clark has this undeniable aura that inspires and uplifts everyone around her, whether it's in the game or out in the community.
So obviously today she is 23. It is no longer 22, and I'm not sure. Look, I don't know how many people of all time have had better 22-year-old years than Caitlin Clark.
Now you might be wondering, what does all this on-court greatness have to do with donating books? Here's the connection. Clark's resilience against tough competition, her ability to shatter records, and her humble attitude all reflect who she is off the court. It's not just about winning games or setting records. It's about using her platform to make a difference, whether that's inspiring her teammates or helping kids access books. And here's the twist. Clark is out here breaking records left and right, proving she's a generational talent. You'd think the WNBA would be shouting her name from the rooftops, right? But instead, they're oddly quiet. Can you believe it? It's like they've got a LeBron-level superstar right in front of them, and they're treating her like she's just another player.
Like, I wonder how many 22-year-olds have better years. And like, I'm not Messi, maybe Ronaldo, whatever age was Usain Bolt 22 in 2008? If he was, maybe Usain Bolt in 2008.
But wait, it's not just Caitlin Clark. The WNBA seems to be overlooking. They've got an entire roster of incredible talent, yet you'd barely know it. It's like they've stumbled upon a treasure chest of stars and somehow forgot to unlock it. Now you might be thinking, surely they're doing something to promote these players, right? Here's the kicker. The WNBA's marketing game is weaker than a rookie's first day at training camp. They're leaning heavily on individual teams' social media accounts to carry the load, and let's just say, the effort is about as consistent as a streaky shooter.
I think the players are bigger and more important to the WNBA. I do. Like, look, I think the players are bigger than the league. I think there are a lot of players bigger in the league. Obviously, Caitlin Clark being the biggest of all of them.
You know how the NBA has its social media game absolutely on lock? They've got entire teams working round the clock to make their players look like larger-than-life superheroes. Meanwhile, the WNBA is out here struggling with limited resources and minimal staff. It's like they're trying to compete for a championship with a high school squad. The potential is there, but the support? Not so much.